To preface, if you haven't seen my letting YouTube pick which book I read next video, you should probably watch that first to give you some context, because the reason I read the first book in this series is because of that video. So if you want to see me like dive into reading the first book more, go to that video. This is more just chatting and stuff, so yeah. Oh hey, I didn't know you were sitting here. Mind if I join? There's a heat advisory today. Speaking of heat, let's talk about the Powerless trilogy. I really fumbled the ball today. I wasn't expecting to do this, so I didn't bring my mic. I don't know where to start. My best friend got me this from McDonald's. She surprised me with a drink. She was gonna either get me a Coke, a sweet tea, or something, and so she got me this, so I'm excited. I haven't read a series since I was like 18, and that's whenever I finished the Harry Potter series. I started it whenever I was like 13, but I read a couple books, fell off during The Prisoner of Azkaban, and then never picked it back up until the summer of my senior year, or maybe just my senior year in general. Summer my senior year, I finished the very last book. I was like, I can't believe I waited so long to finish that series. But that's kind of the story of my life when it comes to book series. I'm really bad at following through and like finishing the entire thing, and that's the same with TV shows too. There's only a few shows that I've ever finished. New Girl, Friends, Parks and Rec, and I haven't finished other shows. I just kind of watched them here and there. To my surprise, whenever I read Powerless, the first book, even though there were lots of concepts borrowed from the Hunger Games and other like dystopian fantasy books that I'd read before, it still had me hooked enough where I kept reading. There's a truck. I feel really funny talking to my camera right now. Take the edge off. Despite it being young adult, the world building wasn't extreme, which is something that threw me off with Red Queen. I couldn't get into that series because it just felt kind of random, and I didn't understand really the why. Despite all of this, book one hooked me. I finished it. Yeah, it was really fun, and I just couldn't help it. I had access to my husband's Kindle. I just clicked buy book two. And this book, when it started, I was like, oh crap, is this whole thing going to take place outside of the kingdom? For some reason that like bothered me, and I was thinking I wasn't going to be very interested. But I think she did a good job of making the adventure aspect of them chasing each other, Peyton and what's his face? Kai. I had no idea so many trucks would pass right through here, but I want to be in the shade. There's a heat advisory today. Anyway, they're chasing each other, running away from each other that entire second book. Never really felt bored or like what's the point. Heard that they could have combined book 2 and 3 and made it a duology. I do see some truth there, but still, for some reason, I was hooked even at the end, and I had to know what happened. Book 2 ended on a really good cliffhanger, so kudos to the author, she did great there. It was so easy to just click buy book 3. I feel like this is a pretty controversial ending. I was so shocked getting on Goodreads because I was like, oh, this is 5 stars. This is so fun. I really enjoyed the series. Some people absolutely tore that book up and they hated it. They hated the way it ended. They said that it felt pointless. I guess I was just in a good mood for it because it didn't feel pointless to me. Then had to be sacrificed to change things. It was Kit. He's power hungry like his dad. He always wanted to please his dad. He still had good in him, but unfortunately, just the combination of Peyton killing his dad and taking the plague, yeah, he was toast. And the decision that the author made there was like a good one. Ordinary still saw change and everything, so I thought that was good. The Ordinary still got a resolution. I thought that Peyton was gonna be the king's like full daughter. Whenever there was a girl baby and they were like, get rid of her, she's powerless, I was like, okay, so that's Peyton. I wasn't shocked. I really thought that she was the king's daughter, so it got me that it was the queen's daughter who had an affair with what's his face, Quinn something, I forget his name. What is it about this series that hooked me? Why did I like it more than Red Queen? I never finished Red Queen. I read the first one and I couldn't deal with the main character, so I'm not sure what the difference between Peyton and her was. Like, there were the trials, which were kind of like the Hunger Games, except for they weren't. They really were more as trials to test your powers. You still like were killing each other, but not didn't have to be just one survivor. I feel like she did a good job of maturing, keeping the characters young, but maturing the story and like the underarching like themes. So I thought she did a great job, and I was so happy to finally finish a series in my 20s. So hopefully this means I will be reading more series in the future. Let me know what series I should read next. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna start Shatter Me. We'll see if I continue the finish the series train or if I fall back into my old ways. There's really no telling. I do not make any promises, so we'll try. This has been really fun finally getting this off my chest. So there's Powerless, the trilogy. What are your thoughts? Did you hate it? Did you love it? Why? Yeah, thyroid update. I've noticed I'm losing some hair right here. It's like very thin right there. I understand that I have like a receding hairline. Thyroid has been more swollen than recent. I'm less motivated. Like, I've been sleeping a lot but still feeling tired, and a lot, 8 to 9 hours, so not too much, and still kind of waking up tired and not feeling motivated. But writing update, I am to 34,000 words now, which is unbelievable. I don't know if they're any good, but there are 34,000 words that I wrote. Book update, it is progressing. I am still writing, even if it's a little bit of a slower pace. I'm still hoping to finish by the end of September. We'll see. Finish the rough draft. I'll leave this picnic table because you can see my eyes darting. There's bugs swarming and I'm afraid they're gonna start attacking my pizza roll. So I'll walk around a little bit and then get back in the car because I gotta head back to my day job. So thank you, Addie, for the sweet tea. Thank you all for watching.